Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. I hope that everybody is doing well today. Well, we are going to go ahead and get on into our news here shortly. We have privacy, business, and silly, just like we did last week. That was a good way to go. So let me go ahead and put up the indicator that we are going live over there on Discord. tlm.li/STLD. If you are not on Discord and you would like to, we got Strawberry Shortcake over there calling Dr. Quantum Alpha. Greetings. And we got, what do we got? Shadow Streak over there coming in as well. Well, greetings to you. How are you doing? Let's check in on YouTube Razzler Review. Greetings, Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Yeah, there you go. Woof. He's suffering from Googleitis. Trillions of people worldwide are suffering through lowbrow search results, massive spying through electronics, and causing major headaches for more people than those who own a Windows computer. That's right. Not the point of okay. How much longer do we have to be here? What level of hell is society this week? Well, you know. Who knows? Stay tuned to the weekly news. Round at your favorite and most depressing, insane news ever. I'm trying not to be super depressing. This is what I do to stay sane. I mean, can you think of how crazy my life is? This is what I do to stay sane. The dystopian cycle. Dystopia today. This without using Google. All right. Hello, Dan H. KO2610. Your number has been called. How are you going there? Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grays. Take me to your leader. Getting ready for the Meow Cam. Apparently MX Linux's little brother Q4 OS can get MX tools, make it like the MX Linux KDE. I'm going to set it up in a VM, create a snapshot ISO, and put it on a USB. Very nice. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. All hail the lizard people, says Dan. Greetings. Columbus says hello. All right. I'll ask if he's discovered any new lands. Anna Rita, how's it going there? So happy my job is not affected by the Locky Downies. You can make money now. Woohoo! And other disturbing news, Hypnotics is already a dead product. 99% of channels have deleted, uninstalled it from Arch. Hypnotics? Is that the... Which one's Hypnotics? I remember I talked about Hypnotics. Please remember which one Hypnotics was. Let's see. I can execute RMRF on Google servers that you would. Well, I did leave out the article where somebody tried to cause boomies all over AWS servers. Like, I'm going to take out 7% of the internet with one server. No, sorry. It is a little more decentralized than that, actually. Yates Networks says, LOL. How's it going there? I'm Kent. Hi, I'm Kent. Greetings. Hi, Kent. The lockdown here is no longer for 4 weeks, but 6. All right. Hey, do you think they're ever going to give it up? Linux Mint team pulled Hypnotics to trick people to use it. That's getting it. Okay, that's right. I remember it being, is that the one that's like the file sharing? Is that, no, wait. Hypnotics, that was the TV one. That's right. The IPTV application. That's right. Yeah. It was never all that good. Who knows? Maybe it just didn't turn out to be as big of a deal as people thought. Nazri Bulan, how's it going there? Big fan of what you had to say with Our Walking Christ. Very analyzed. Awesome. Yep, I will keep those videos going. Welcome. Greetings. And eventually we will get back to doing 3 videos a week again. When my big, massive project is wrapping up, then I will be back to more stuff over there and back to some other commitments over there. Miriana is over on Discord. Greetings. Pronunciation correction. Apologies. Strike. Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike. Oh, okay. Shadow Strike. All right. Mint Satellite TV. Seems awesome. All right. Linux Mint is going to use losers. I don't think they're going to lose any users over Hypnotics. We have Raspberry Tea today. Very good. Raspberry Royal from Bigelow Tea. That's what we are drinking today. It's still a little too hot. AWS goes OHV. OVH, you mean? Yeah, OVH is like, they had a massive server, their entire place burns down. They're like, hey guys, execute your catastrophic plans. People are like, you were involved in our catastrophic plans. Any free voice assistant available? There is one, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It has a Raspberry Pi version. Can somebody pick up remember the name of that one? Yes, there is an open source version of like Google Home, Siri, all that kind of stuff. There is an open source version of it, and I'm completely forgetting the name of it off the top. Picked up a tinfoil hat time and shirt and love it. Awesome, very good. Thank you, man. I will get back to some, I have some really cool ideas for tinfoil hat times. I've just has had no time to sit down and write. Hard tea is better. Yeah, I don't drink though. So infused tea or flavored? Yeah, it's a Bigelow tea bag. Bigelow brand tea bag. I was looking for something else. I bought vanilla chai, I think. I'm not a huge fan of chai tea, but every now and again I get it. But oh well. But I wanted to get something else because I'm not a huge fan of chai tea. I wanted to get a couple other things to cut in with the chai tea. So raspberry was the most intriguing thing on the shelf that I haven't had for a while. So it's really good. If you like raspberry iced tea, you can make it cold and then sweeten it with sweeteners and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that, but it is something you can do. Tastes just like sweetened raspberry iced tea if you like that type of stuff. All right, I think we should go ahead. Let's see. OHV is in French. Oh, yeah, OVH, yep. In the world of a Mastodon, finally made it, and I'm happy to join in. Awesome, very good. Yeah, I am over on the Fostodon server on Mastodon. At switchedtolinux at Fostodon. What is OVH? OVH is, it's a huge cloud server provider out of France. One time someone gave me a box full of like 30 different teas when my wife and I closed our eyes and picked one. It was fun. Nice. Chai tastes like feet. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of chai, but I haven't had it in about 10 years. So I'm like, let's go ahead and get vanilla chai, and we'll get that out of the way for the next decade, you know? I mean, there you go. I tried Pop OS, Cosmic. I've not tried the Cosmic Beta yet. Tomorrow we are doing the Zorin 16 beta, and then maybe on Monday I'll turn around and do the Pop OS Cosmic if I remember it. Raspberry Ginger, True Blueberry. I think I have True Blueberry. I'm pretty sure I have True Blueberry. I think I might have some Raspberry Zinger too. I do believe I have both of those in my box. I like Bigelow more than I like Celestial Seasonings. So I generally go with Bigelow when I buy it, but sometimes people, you know, when people give me tea, it's usually Celestial Seasonings. I do think I have those, and they're good. Peach tea is good, yeah. Chai with coconut milk is good. Yeah, that sounds not bad. All right, let's get into the news. We've been chatting about other stuff for a while. Let's see. Let's get on into the news. What is our first affiliate? That would be our first affiliate. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy Edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, first we have a couple of updates from the flock. So, flock off, Vivaldi declares as it says no to Google's tracking system. The good thing is that most of the web browsers, since Flock is built into the web browser, most of the web browsers out there that are not Google are saying, no, we're not going to implement Flock into our system. And so Vivaldi has come out and said that they are not going to implement it. So that is good. They say it is privacy invasive and nasty. So maybe Flock is a great thing because it might stir some people to stop using Chrome, people. It is going to be embedded in Chrome. It will be available in the Chromium branch, and I really think a lot of browsers are probably not going to enable it because it is deeply controversial. Edge probably will because Microsoft can strong-arm you into using their browser, and then of course Chrome will because, you know, that's what their purpose is. So absolutely, guys, absolutely, we need to not be using it. Of course, we did a whole video on Flock. And so you can see that on the channel. We did that this week. Was it Monday or Wednesday? I forget. I think it was Monday. We did an entire video specifically on Flock, so we're not going to go into fine detail what it is here. DuckDuckGo has a Chrome browser extension that can block all of this technology. So if you do have to use the Chrome browser, find another browser anyway. But still, if you do have to use Chrome, there is a Chrome extension that for now blocks this. I have a sneaky suspicion they'll probably ban that because they like banning stuff they don't like. Go figure, right? And so there's a couple updates that they're coming out and saying, yeah, don't be doing that. There you go. Hey, we're watching you. Our eyes watching you. So Clubhouse had a leak of data, but it wasn't a breach. They're like very clear. This isn't a breach, guys. 1.3 million Clubhouse users' data has been posted on there. Like, this isn't a breach. Of course, Clubhouse, if you've not seen, don't know what Clubhouse is it's kind of like a pay-in social media site. It's supposed to be like you can kind of say whatever you want in there. I guess maybe you can have a NAMBLA meeting or something. I don't know. I know very little beyond that other than it's supposed to be this deep exclusive club. But the problem is that it leaks out all this data. How'd it leak? They're like, hey, this is misleading and false. Clubhouse has not been breached or hacked. The 1.5 million user data is all public profile information from our app, which anyone can access with the app or the API. If 1.3 million users' data can leak out of your system with an API, you have serious fundamental problems. I would say we've been hacked before I'd admit to that. Oh, joy. So there you have it. Another lesson to not put all of your data in here into anything. Like, if you're going to use a service like Clubhouse, have a dedicated ghost profile. There is actually on TechLore's Go Incognito course, he has one of the course, I think it's like in the last section about creating ghost profiles. If you have to use something like Clubhouse, please create a ghost profile. So when their stupid Chinese app that was developed with the lowest dollar costs possible to monetize as much as they can leaks out all of the data through a bad API, they're not leaking out real data. So that is definitely something. Apple is working on telescreens now. So Apple reportedly is developing an Apple TV with a built-in camera and speaker. I mean, this is welcome to 1984, guys. Big Brother's watching. Big Brother's watching. Oh, Big Brother. I love Big Brother. I love Big Brother. All right, never mind. So Siri-equipped smart display also thought to be in the works. Oh, by the way, guys, just as a side note, if you think Apple's like the privacy king and, you know, all this kind of stuff, the Hated One just dropped a video today talking about how, no, Apple's actually not the private company. In fact, over in China, their terms of conditions says that they and the Chinese government have access to absolutely everything you do on your Apple device. So go watch that video from the Hated One. It is excellent. So they're working on this device. We don't have a lot of details, but it is what it says. It's Apple TV. It's got the screen like the Facebook portal. It's got the cameras. It's basically the telescreen from 1984. So we have another. We have the portal telescreen. We have the fruit telescreen. Maybe we can just have this thing. Do you guys think that maybe these corporations are going to divide out? You know, Facebook will be Oceania and Apple's going to be Eurasia. I mean, what do you guys think this is going to happen? I don't know. Let me know. But there we have it, guys. Apple's coming in on the telescreen market. No password required for this mobile carrier. This is Q-Link Wireless. So Q-Link Wireless, you may not have seen this one. This is one of the, what do they call the MVNOs. So it basically buys service bulk from one of the major carriers and sells it. Mint Mobile, which is one of my affiliates, tlm.li/mm. Mint Mobile is one of these. It utilizes the Sprint network. I've been using it for a long time. Excellent success with it. But with this over here, This one is one of these networks, but this is one of the ones that is part of the Lifeline program, which is the low-cost cell service. So, and we've talked about this before, these low-cost cell service plans, basically for low-income families, for poor people. It's the welfare phone, the Obama phone, I'm going to phone for Obama, I'm going to get an Obama phone. With those, the phones that you get with those are the most privacy invasive things in the world. You may as well just start posting your social security number on billboards like that guy who had his identity stolen several times because his product sucked. This program and this carrier's part of this, it turns out that their website was so bad, you just had to go to the website and enter the phone number, and it just gave you the name, the ID, the email address, the contact number, the account address. Literally, you just go right to their website and type in any phone number, and it gives you all of the information. No passwords needed, nothing else. Here's your history, here's your calls, everything completely open. I bet that was a bad API too. At least on Mint Mobile, you can actually pay them with a prepaid card. You can go ahead, create that without tying a whole lot to you, maybe even nothing to you if you do it right. Use the prepaid card and you're at least not spilling real data. There's a thought. Oh, moving on. The FCC would like you to download its speed test app to measure your internet connection. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. Of course, this picture's horrible because it's got Mr. Asia shut your pie hole right here. Piggy nose. And old picture. He's probably has some cushy office. Where did he end up going to? Did he vanish for a while, or did he just move into a cushy corner office with Verizon or something? But they want to see just how bad the internet is, and so they're asking people to download their app and use their speed test app to report to the FCC how well your internet works. This could be good if it shows them, holy crap, America really does suck. And maybe it'd be really hilarious if all sorts of people from across the world would download it and then they'd see how horrible our internet is compared to everybody else. I mean, for you guys in the other countries, I am paying over $100. That is the cheapest plan I can get to be able to stream and do this show live. And I think it's 150 up and like 10 down. No, I'm sorry. It's 150 down, 10 up. I mean, and my price has doubled since I've been here in 3 years. Since I've been in this office for 3 years, my price has doubled. It's insane. It is absolutely ludicrously insane. We have an absolute monopoly here. It needs to be broken up, but they don't care. So who knows? Maybe giving this data would be beneficial, but it's the government. They'll get around to working on it somewhere around 2052. So I'm not sure I'd want to participate and give them any data. But you can go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download the FCC's app and upload your data. It's probably going to give the government full access to anything and everything on your phone. That would be hilarious. You know what, guys? I forgot to do that. Let's go ahead and go to the Play Store and see what the app actually does. All right, so in theory, this should be able to test an internet connection, and that should pretty much be all it needs to do. I mean, that's all they're trying to do, right? So just testing the internet connections. And let's see, permission details, Wi-Fi connections, locations. I guess location would be somewhat important. Precise location, the phone, status, and identity, read the contents of your USB storage, modify the contents of your storage, read the contents from photos and medias, device ID and call information, networks, full in, run it, startup. No, this requires way too many permissions to use. Oh, joy, guys. Oh, joy. And on to our final story, of course. Google is now exploring having health records again. They apparently tried this a while ago, and the world just wasn't ready yet. They're like, I don't know about giving all this health data to one big centralized company. But now we're just like, And then, you know, our data all belongs to the Google, because that's what they're doing. They're working with hospitals. There's people that don't even know that the hospital they're going to has a collection policy with data, with Google, and Google's getting all of their health data. No opt-in, no opt-out, no informed consent. That's just, let's hand all this private medical data to a big private company. Who also, by the way, is working on health insurance companies. They have now Fitbit. This is the company I've been warning you guys about. It is the company that bought Fitbit. Now they have all this health data, working on a health data plan. Guys, this is bad news. This is bad news. So after 13 years, they are coming back for patient health records. Tech Giant has launched an early user feedback program aimed at exploring how patients might want to see, organize, and share their own medical data. Okay, let me tell you, Google, how I would like to see, share, and organize my data. I would like my doctor to keep it locked in a filing cabinet exclusively in his office, and the only other source of that is the paper copy he hands to me. Let me decide where it goes. I don't consent to sharing my data with Google or Apple or Samsung or any other company out there. My health data is not your business. Period. And I don't want them to, but you can easily send it to your doctor. I can easily send it to my doctor, okay? I've done this before. It's very simple. I'm moving across country. Hey, doctor, give me a copy of my medical history. Here you go. Thank you. Hello, new doctor. I'm new in town. Here's my medical history. This is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. So, the work could inform the creation of consumer-facing medical records tools along the line with Apple. Once again, check out Hayden One's video. Health Records app. It also follows an early attempt by Google, later panned by medical experts at creating a new version of the electronic medical records in 2008. This time, however, people have lulled themselves into pure stupidity and are welcome to give everything. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's not what it says. This time around, timing may be on the company side, and its new effort, which is still in the early stages, came on the heels of the introduction of the Federal Information Blocking Rule, which lets patients access their medical records. Okay. The Federal Information Blocking Rule allows apps to access your data. Peace is war, I guess. 1984 comes to mind. So they are now recruiting 300 patients for a health record study in community health facilities and academic medical centers in Northern California, Atlanta, and Chicago who use Epic as the medical record vendor. So if you guys are using Epic, yep, Epic failure, guys. Epic failure. Studies only open to patients who use Android devices. Sorry, Tim Cook. Yeah, so this is frightening, guys. This is very frightening that they're trying to hone in and grab and collect and store and analyze data. Once again, weekly now reminder, go watch The Selfish Ledger. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, have a look over at our affiliates. Today we are highlighting A2 hosting. So on A2 hosting, we can get plans starting as low as $249 for shared hosting, managed VPS $33.99, or unmanaged VPS for $5. And then there's a lot of different options that we have inside of there. tlm.li/A2H if you need web hosting. That is a great place to go. All right, let's see. Head on back to some comments. Is my tea still too hot? My tea is still too hot. And I am excessively thirsty for some reason, so go and get the kitty cat, and I'll get some water. All right, I'm back. I put a refrigerator in my office, so I have water close by. Getting weirdly excessively thirsty. I hope I don't have diabetes. That'd be bad. Let's tell Google about it now, right? Let's Let's see. Let's see. Let me try strawberry flavored teas. I think I have some strawberry flavored teas somewhere. I don't drink as much herbal though as I drink non-herbals. Canadian equivalent to Mint Mobile is Lucky Mobile. Ooh, in terms of plans and prices. All right, very cool. I want Google playing with health data. Yeah. I don't want them playing with health data anyway. All right, let's see. Apparently, MX. Okay, we already read some of those. I didn't leave a new spot, did I? Okay. Zorn 16 is putting up with the coof through 2024. Mr. Jeans gets out of office. What? Interesting. All right. Wife says, hi, cookie buddy, while eating a big bowl of ice cream. Ooh, ice cream. I don't have any cookies left. I ran out of cookies, but I do have ice cream left. I have ice cream. I think I have 3 pieces of apple pie left, and I have some ice cream left. I'm separating Arch and Q4 OS into a separate disk drives rather than dual boot. Wrong tube. Tom's going to give me a... I read half of these comments. I think I did not... my opinion on text expanders. Text expanders. I'm drawing a blank on what a text expander would be. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it. Don't give a flock. Yay for Vivaldi. Absolutely. Vivaldi tells Google, yep. DRM1 Fire Flock is disabled by default in Brave. There you go. Ban the world, or at least the USA. I don't know if we need bans necessarily, but I don't know. Clubhouse has leaky pipes. Claim about data leak has been debunked. Too many holes in the roof in the basement of the swimming pool. Yep. TV with just a camera, as 1984 predicted. Yep. Now they're putting camera on stream media player. Yep. That's why I like my desktop computers, and no cameras on it unless I happen to put it on there. Big Brother's more than a reality TV show on CBS. You can now be observed. Got Mint running, had Ubuntu running, but don't really like Ubuntu. Yep. Mr. Beast created that. He's an idiot. That was a great video. Yeah, I got no other cell phones. Let's see. OnePlus or Samsung. Think about moving to Arch, but it sounds like a lot of work to get everything set up. If you want to use Arch, I mean, of course, you can go with Manjaro, or I use Endeavor OS is what I'm using. It's pretty much pure Arch. I think there might be a couple extra tools, but it's pretty much pure Arch without, it took me 20 minutes to set up because that's, I just did something that was quick, but I wanted to run Arch on that system, so. Went from Straight Talk to Mint Mobile. Very good. Google wants my payment card info to confirm my age. Nope. New 4K smart TV. I need to stop being naked. Uh-oh. FCC is slower than 1972 Ford Pinto. Checked out Zorn 16 today. Looks good. Look, it's back to the quality from 9 and 12. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be doing a Zorin video tomorrow, premiering at 12 o'clock Eastern. Internet is priced at a fixed rate and has good reputation. There you go. Yeah, I think Endeavor does not have a GUI software. I did install Pomok in mine. I'm installing anything from the SEC. Yep. Ask any random Canadian politician about being caught naked on camera. Hello, DistroTube. Greetings. Being sick of Google enough? I don't know. I don't think so. Very close to standard Arch, unlike Manjaro. Yeah, if you want something closer to Arch, Endeavor is a lot closer than Manjaro. Google's health data. The military uses kiosks displayed in their record, never leaves the hospital. So hospitals like this idea, but have no way to store millions of people. Yeah. SwitchedTolinux always hold back when talking about Google. He should really tell what he thinks. I mean, come on. We're trying not to get another community strike. I mean, come on. They already don't like facts. I'm just trying to stay right on that edge. Kind of Canadian government webcam. Topless model part was an old joke for dumb politicians. Yep. Yikes. Kitty mauled the unicorn. Poor unicorn. Yeah, the unicorn's up there. He's up there. He's on the shelf. Unicorn's out of the way of the kitty. Amazon Pill Pack took healthcare data as well. Yep. Installer does Arch use. It's not Debian based. It depends on your distro. Like the basic Arch doesn't have an installer. You just, to my understanding anyway. I use Endeavor, which has, I think, Calamaris. Oh, like what package manager is Pacman? Wife wanted a MacBook, so I installed macOS and a VM on my Manjaro, installed Microsoft Server's Book. It's one of those things about being on the apocalypse. There you go, yep. Let's see. Some Discord server told me Arch includes an installer in the ISO now. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Well, apparently there is an installer in the Arch ISO now. If anybody knows what it is, let us know. Because I don't know. It's our affiliate here. All right. There's that. There's that. Okay. All right, let's get started on business. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition and a little bit of Sillyville in the end. So we are going to go ahead and get started in here. First, Apple M1 hardware support merged into Linux 5.13. It's not completely ready yet, but we're kind of getting the basis. I believe Ubuntu, if I remember, has the ability to get into Linux. You can install Ubuntu on the Apple M1 with some challenge. This is actually another project. This is it Asaya? I don't know. I string together those types of things. I said Asa. Hi. I mean, whatever. So I guess it is a Japanese name. So who knows how to pronounce it? Well, I mean, you guys probably do if you're from Japan or know anybody in Japan. But this is a new build that they are working on, trying to get the system working. They did say it took them about 6 weeks to get something that will boot at least. So it's difficult, but it is actually underway, and it will be coming to Linux in 5.13. So you guys on the Apple M1, I think that Vince might have some of those. If you have an Apple M1, here's something you can explore and play around with on your Apple device. See if you can get Linux running as well. And of course, Microsoft, we wouldn't have a good business news without Microsoft doing something stupid, like promoting Edge-powered web apps in the Windows 10 taskbar. That's fine. I'm over here typing away. I'm getting my work done. I'm trying to be productive. My boss is like, got the deadline. Bing! Something pops up in the taskbar. What is it? Hey! Go straight on to the top sites. Pin your favorite sites. Woo! We're going to bother you with an ad because you're trying to work. That's what you get for using Windows, dummy. So which sites would you like to pin? Facebook, Wikipedia, Microsoft News, Reddit, and YouTube. How about the 9 in the head? I don't want any of that. So yeah, Microsoft though, they think that bothering you, like, what is it with cramming crap in your operating system that annoys the hell out of you? This is why I switched to Linux, people. My system doesn't do anything unless I want it to. So, I don't know. But for you guys using Windows, you have a new exciting future of Edge giving you ideas for web apps to pop into your system. Well, judge orders Charter to pay $19 million to Windstream for false advertising. So what happened here is Windstream entered bankruptcy. Now, you have to understand there's a couple of ways you can do bankruptcy, and I can't remember off the top of my head which one's which. One of them is a Chapter 9, and one of them is a Chapter 11. And in one of these forms, you're like, oh, we're done. And everything gets sold off, and then the money gets sent, the money, the assets, everything gets put into a big pile, and then they issue a release, and then they distribute that out to the various creditors. The other form, and I think it's 11, is the restructuring. So the restructuring one, you say, I'm bankrupt. What happens is the courts will come in, they'll put a pause on everybody demanding money, and then will work with you on a plan, and then you have a 7-year plan. Who knows? Maybe that's chapter 7, or whatever it is. But you have this certain number of years to execute this plan to get the creditors off your back and prevent the creditors from coming after you, which would possibly prevent you from being able to stay in business. So the one of them is a preserving, the other one is we're out. So what happened is Windstream went into a restructuring bankruptcy, and in their restructuring bankruptcy, Charter comes in, sees this, and starts blanketing all of their customers with advertising saying, Windstream is going bankrupt. Switch your internet now so you don't lose your service. Yeah, the judge ruled that that was false advertising because it was the Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It wasn't going out of business. That's I was pretty sure I was right. Chapter 11 is the restructuring. So they're not going out of business. They're not losing anything. Everything in here is, they're just working on their plan, but they lost a lot of business because Charter comes in and lies about it. Maybe this is why these ISPs agree not to enter each other's territory, but this is the type of stuff that they do. It's so bad that we'll see in a later article that the ISPs are banding up to do something funny. And so the judge rules that, yes, this was indeed false advertising. It was intentionally and maliciously designed to pull customers away and otherwise hurt them. And so Charter is ordered to pay $19 million to Windstream. So yeah, that was don't do that, guys. They're literally false and intentionally misleading advertising campaign wrongfully interfered with Windstream's customer contracts and goodwill. So this is why the ISPs are the worst companies in America. So yeah, good for the judge. Good for the judge. iOS users, if you guys use Discord on iOS, sorry, no more not safe for work content, because the Discord app on iOS bans any not safe for work channels. And so apparently they have to do something to keep the app on the iPhone app store that says, nope, you're not allowed to access not safe for work stuff on the device, which is like, okay, whatever. It's not my cup of tea, but somebody paid that much money for a phone. You may as well let them use it the way they want to use it. But what about the children? Okay, let's have another discussion. Parents, if you don't trust your children to not do stupid things on the internet, they shouldn't have access to a smartphone. Don't give him a smartphone, but he needs to call home. A flip phone can do that just fine. It's just not as addictive. So there we have it, guys. You guys on iOS Discord, I guess this maybe comes into play at the next update. I don't know, whatever. The Washington legislature ends up passing, both the House and the Senate passes bills to remove the barriers to municipal ISPs. It is expected that the governor will veto one of these two bills, but not the other, although the article here does not indicate which one that might be. The idea here is that the problem is you get slimy companies like Charter coming in and, you know, doing faulty things, and Windstream with their crappy internet, and Comcast with their monopolies, and they all come in here and people are like, give us more options, and they're like, we want a municipal broadband. And municipal broadband, in many cases, it works well. In some cases, it doesn't work very well, but at least give the people a try. Okay, this isn't, by the way, capitalism that's causing this mess, because in a capitalist society, there's not bureaucracy that protects the big companies. And so in a pure capitalist society, I could decide tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and start the next state college ISP. The problem is I can't do that because there's so much regulation, bureaucracy, and red tape. I can't possibly do it because Comcast has so done that in the state of Pennsylvania. And so that is not capitalism, that is an oligarchy, or what I oftentimes say, corporatocracy. Corporatocracy is when the businesses effectively make the policy. And that really is where we're sitting. It just happens to look like capitalism to the untrained eye. So we need to return to real capitalism. Now, municipal broadband is not real capitalism either. In fact, it's not even close. But it's a whole lot better than allowing a monopoly to have the only ISP in town. And so there we have it. So two bills here in the state of Washington. And they did say here that it is expected the governor will veto at least one of them to prevent this from happening, of course. How fun. Well, the AT&T and Verizon Workers Union are urging states to regulate ISPs as utilities. So we are coming back now full circle. Okay, remember that whole idea, internet should be regulated as Title II. That's exactly what this is saying. Now the unionized workers are coming in and saying this needs to be regulated as Title II, and it needs to be. It is a common mean and modes of communication that is expected people have, to the point where government programs will help you get it if you do not have access to it. That is the sheer definition of Title II. Now, part of that Title II was bound up in that net neutrality because of its Title II. Net neutrality also has to be a thing. You cannot regulate certain bandwidths based upon, you know, your whim or whatever else. So here we're coming right back full circle. All these unions that didn't stand up before when we could have stopped this crap from happening are now standing up saying, we need to regulate these like utilities. Yeah, that's called Title II. And half of y'all said, no, we don't want to regulate it like utilities. So yeah, here I stand once again, not having changed a position on this point either, that, yeah, this is not... yeah, I don't know, guys. But anyway, yeah, the Communication Workers of America Union is lobbying state governors to regulate internet service providers as utilities. Oh boy. Federal Communications Commission is likely to restore Title II common regulation. That would be a good thing. That's the type of stuff that we happen to need. So, you know, returning to that would be excellent. Well, Mozilla is once again forgetting its core purpose to create a web browser and is now once again focusing on something else, this being Common Voice. So they're partnering with NVIDIA to democratize and diversify voice technology. As technology makes a massive shift to voice, Firefox will completely die out because Mozilla is like, let's go over here and neglect the web browser that made them exist. Wonder what's going to happen if Google chooses not to pay the money anymore. So NVIDIA invests $1.5 million in Mozilla Common Voice to transform the voice recognition landscape. Of course, this is all designed to build out voice recognition software. Great. The next thing that we need implemented in, and yet another biomarker to track people. Way to go, Mozilla. You're just completely forgetting about everything you've ever stood for. This is a bunch of nonsense. They need to stop doing all this crap. They need to stop get themselves out of politics and go back to making web browsers again. They have the only decent open source browser, but they're killing it. They're letting it die an atrophying death as they follow political ideology and insanity like voice biometrics. This is insane. Firefox, Mozilla, good knowing ya. We will play the taps when you go. And in our last story, Bezos says Amazon workers aren't treated like robots and then unveils a very robotic plan to keep them working. He didn't specifically mention peeing in bottles, though. So this is actually his final letter to shareholders. If you remember, Jeff Bezos is stepping down. This is a bad thing that he's stepping down because we need fewer multi-billionaires in the world with infinite amounts of time on their hands. We already have Bill Gates. We don't need Jeff Bezos adding to the insanity of the world. This is insane. They're going to team up and be like Lex Luthor and I don't know what the other evil dude is. But, oh, man, it's going to be pretty bad. But he said we have to do a better job for our employees. Letter comes amid the ongoing reports of untenable conditions for Amazon workers. It outlines a strategy that seems odd for a company that has been accused of treating workers like robots. A robotic scheme that will develop new staffing schedules using an algorithm. So they're literally going to utilize an algorithm to force employees to go where they want to go. Pushed back on the idea. Amazon doesn't care for its employees. They're pushed back by saying, in those reports, our employees are sometimes accused of being desperate souls and treated like robots. That's not accurate, he wrote. To address the concerns about work conditions, he said the company will develop new staffing schedules that use sophisticated algorithms to rotate employees among jobs that use different muscle tendon groups to decrease repetitive motion and help protect employees from MSD risks. What is this, circuit exercise? Hire Jeff Bezos to be my personal trainer. I'm going to lift, squat. All right, we got to do this one. Scrab, bump, scrab, bump, scrab. Oh, other direction. Boom, boom, boom. We get your Amazon workout in. It's like going through a circuit. Oh boy, Dish giving a nod to working conditions at Amazon. Letters the first time Bezos publicly addressed the failed union drive in the Alabama plant. Does the chair take comfort in the outcome of the recent union vote? No, it doesn't, he wrote. I think we need to do a better job for our employees. While the voting results were lopsided and our direct relationship with employees is strong, it's clear to me that we need a better vision for how we create value for employees, a vision for their success. And, you know, just on that whole union vote, just as an aside, I'm not a big fan of unions. I think they had their time back then, but I think unions they're just as corrupt as politicians. We don't need unions. We don't need politicians. We need something, but I don't think going back to a union is necessarily the option. I'd be open to discussing different ideas, but that's kind of what my thought happens to be. So, yeah, basically he's developing an algorithm to tell employees where to go to turn them more into robots while saying, no, we are not robotic in what we do. Now, if you want to help support the channel, we do have several affiliates. Today we are highlighting ExpressVPN, tlm.li/EV. If you happen to need a VPN, have a look at ExpressVPN. You can connect up to, I think it's 5 devices. All of the VPNs are different. I think it's 5 different devices. You can have separate channels. Some applications can go through the VPN while other applications go through your ClearNet. So there are a lot of good options that you can choose from here. So if you need to access the internet from coffee shops, strange locations, or around the world, definitely have a look at ExpressVPN using the affiliate code tlm.li/EV. Now let's have a look at some Sillyville news. Alrighty here. Fun without, not safe for work. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. IBM going out of business? Really? That would be interesting. Switch to LibreWolf. Proud Vivaldi user. Cyclones can't pee in bottles, however. Yeah, but we will find in the next news section that Spot the dog can. Circuit or circus? Circuit. So, an exercise. A circuit is when you'll do a set here, a set here, a set here. Like, you'll rotate your sets through a series of stations, and then you go back and you repeat it several times. That's the circuit in exercise. Arch installers like the ArchFi script. Okay, ArchFi is pretty cool. Well, polish off that bottle of water. Next, let's see if the tea's cool enough to drink. Better. And about other Linux distros other than Linux Mint and MX Linux. There you go. Refracta, a fork of Dev 1. There you go. Was the Newegg pink bunny game chair with 3-foot spring-loaded tail to keep you going too far back in your chair? I don't know, man. Asahi? Asahi. All right, thank you. Try Pop OS and Zorin OS when it's officially launched. Yeah, once again, I'll be looking at Zorin OS 16 beta tomorrow, 12 o'clock. You get a mortgage getting that M1, probably. Japanese beer, okay. Why people using Dev 1, the devs actually have morals and stand on principles. All right. Windows 10 got another buggy cumulative update. Oh, of course. Microsoft doing something stupid? That's news to me. I know, right? This is supposed to be news. Why are you talking about Microsoft doing stupid things? Long live Watson. Edge will shove you over the edge, yeah. Tell me ever go over 2 gigs of RAM usage is using crap like Discord and watching videos online. Yep. Charter sucks. Yeah. Back in 89, back in my day, we had a dream of an OS that was not restricting memory use and used hardware to its full potential and didn't cost $100K. And then Linus did something strange. If you want to be minimalistic, don't use a distro or something like KDE, such as Kubuntu. Yep. I miss my tiny prepaid brick without any minutes on it from high school. Isn't Apple itself not safe for work? Probably. Ever try and get a picture of a flip phone? I did have one flip phone that you could plug in and get the pictures off. But most of them, no, you're not getting those off. Also, school is now done by the internet, and school is compulsory. Yeah, yeah. If there's ever an argument for Title II, that would be it. Linux should dump Firefox. No, the problem is Vivaldi is not open source, so it won't. Most distros will not go to Vivaldi because it's not open source. Wokezilla paid by Google. Yep. No more Mozilla for me. Yep. Chrome is less of a mess compared to Firefox. More yet. Zod and Lex Luthor. There you go. Thank God I don't work at Amazon, but I feel for those that do because they have no choice. Well, yeah, I mean, they could look for a new job. Yeah, Amazon gymnastics. That's right. Swing rope to rope like monkeys in the Amazon forest. That would be epic. Hey, I would go to work on an Amazon factory if I could swing from one end of the warehouse to the other with a rope. That would be cool. Peanut bottle once. 18-wheeler across West Virginia Trail to Wheeling. It was a Gatorade, wide mouth. That's right. If you got to go on long trips, get yourself some Gatorade wide mouth. You guys, anyway. I don't know. You girls, there's actually adapters for bottles. Just in case, ladies on a long trip, there are actually pee adapters for bottles for girls. It does exist. Too many cases of union is just someone else trying to exploit the worker. Yeah, it is. Yep. Circuit and electronics are any arrangement to perform the battery-powered project. Yes. I was talking about exercise, though. So, iron workers, carpenters, railroad maintenance away, United Workers, last 50, made 1020 in 78. That's good money in 78. We don't need unions. Well, we don't need you. Bye. And a dream, I was driving California Interstate Highway that had 360 loops and stunts in real life. Simplest newbie distro, likely Linux Lite. Maybe. I think MX Linux has a lot of things for that, though. Linux should develop its own web browser. Conqueror is not universal. There's always the GNOME web. Open source means today you open the window and launch it in a dumpster directly. There you go. Use Brave, but also IceCat to test how bad JS ruins sites from time to time. Social distancing is pushing the flat earthers over the edge. Hey, if we lose a few flat earthers, I don't mind. P adapters for bottles, good to know when I have my house in 25 years from now. Yes, that's right. Alternative to Chromium and Gecko cores. Yep. Good news to me. Brave is easily installed from the App Store in Zorn 16. Yeah, I bet it is. Are we ready to go to Sillyville, guys? Let's go to Sillyville. Get the coof out first. All right. Good talks the penguin. Good talks the penguin. All right. Oh, I had stuff out of order. So first up in Sillyville from the XDA forums, Digital Wellbeing is an app that preps heads up to stop you from using your phone while walking. So apparently you can install this phone, and if you're looking at your phone while walking, it's going to constantly yell at you. You know, I got to tell you guys, for 20 years, I combined walking and reading. And people are like, well, I could never do that. Sure you can. You just got to practice. But when I read, I walk. So I walk and read at the same time. I exercise my mind while I'm exercising my body, and I stay in really good shape. And that's why I'm, as old as I am and still look fairly young. But I don't do that in stupid places. I don't do that in cities. I don't do that in busy sidewalks. I don't do that downtown. I find parks. Worst case scenario, back roads, but even then, not really. Parks, genuine sidewalks, slow neighborhoods, stuff like that. But I see people all the time, and then you almost run into them when they walk out in the street in front of you. So maybe this is a good app for the sheeple out there to remind them. It's like, this does kind of remind me, I hope y'all aren't offended by blonde jokes, but it does kind of remind me of that blonde joke, right? The lady goes on in to get a haircut, blonde lady, and she's got these headphones on. So she sits down in the chair, and the guy's like, I gotta take your headphones off. I can't have you take the headphones off. Sorry. So he does his best job as he can, cuts around him, but it looks like garbage, and he's like, oh, that was a bad haircut job. I don't want my name attached to that. So the lady comes back in, a couple weeks later, get another haircut, and he's like, no, you gotta take those off. She says no. So he just starts cutting, and then finally he just takes the headphones off so he can cut around her, and she falls over and dies. He's like, what's this all about? He picks up the headphones, puts them on. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So it's like, it kind of reminds me of this. if you're going to be doing something like looking at your phone when you're walking down the street, you gotta look up every now and again, and you don't necessarily need an app to do it. If you need an app to do that, maybe you should get a Darwin Award by stepping in front of the semi crossing the road. I mean, really. But at the same time, we do now have an app to tell you to look up because you're using your phone and walking. Well, this guy finds that his computer is indeed infested with bugs, but it's actually ants. It's not viruses, it's ants. He has an ant nest in there. So he was gone for a month. He boots up the computer and he sees it's completely infested with ants. And yeah. So he says he played some games, ran benchmarks so they'd come out because of the heat, left the PC running overnight, but they're still inside. Help. Oh boy. So yeah, just be aware. If you get an ant's nest inside your computer, I would just recommend being able to disassemble your computer to clean that all out. There's probably an ant's nest in there, buried in there somewhere. That's kind of neat. So who knows? Who knows? At least it's not frying the computer. But if you do have bugs like that in your system, if they step over a circuit, you could actually fry a computer. So be very careful running your computer if there's a bunch of bugs in it. Uber CEO says the company could get cannabis delivery soon. Now, of course, they are waiting until it's federally legal. So they are, of course, going to be petitioning federal legalization of happy plants. But I guess you could then call up Uber like, hey, Uber, I'm out of happy plants. Want to send me some happy plants? And then you'll get some guy comes in. He'll come up to the door. He's all stoned out on blunt anyway. Like, hey, I tried it on the way over. You want to hit? I remind you guys every time you call an Uber, every single time you guys call an Uber, some kitty like this one gets a club. So don't call Ubers, guys. Don't call Ubers. Say no to clubbing kitties. All right. So absolutely. They are working on it. They are waiting until it is federally legal. I mean, just in Denver, you can't use Uber to call it in Denver, but, you know, whatever that would happen to be. Well, Microsoft is giving away a custom flight simulator PC that won't play Flight Simulator at its max settings. So thank you, Microsoft, for the amazingness of giving us a computer. Now, I mean, it's actually still a good deal. I mean, the graphics card, I understand the graphics card alone at current prices is over $1,000. So it's not necessarily a bad deal. So it comes with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 and a Core i7 1170K. Now, they tried doing the test with the i9 and RTX 3090, and it still was not enough to play 60 frame per second Flight Simulator. But, I mean, perfectly honest, maybe this is just a game that's just so high detailed, you need a supercomputer to play it at recent settings. So who knows, maybe this is just kind of stupid news. But yeah, if you are going to be giving away a computer to play your own game, maybe, just maybe, you might think about giving away a computer that can actually play the game on the full specs. Unless you look at this going, let's not go ahead and do that again. And on to our last story. This Boston Dynamics robot dog has been taught to pee beer on command. So this is definitely for you college frat parties, I guess. I guess you can summon your Spot the dog to come on over. Here you go. Here's Spot. He's coming on over. Yeah, that's right, buddy. That's right. They got to work on him not going all over the floor there. But how long before this is like the latest replacement on the frat party thing? All right, man. Dare to take a whole 30-second rush. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, guys. It's gonna be bad. But there we have it. Let's see, a little wide of the mark there, Spot, but everyone makes mistakes. So there you guys go. So If you are looking for, they're calling it the Best Spot 9000. Ah, this world. What a world, what a world, what a world, what a world. Well, that's all we got for Sillyville today. You can help support the channel over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. You can find me on over there. Help support the channel. Thanks for coming along, and we will see you in the next video. Alrighty, let's see. We got, wait a minute, something feels wrong. Yeah, sheep going over the cliff. Ants are a big problem in data centers as well. Yep. Have Spot do that on an electric fence. Problem solved. Yep. Oh, thank you. Somebody beat me to it. All right. Thank you. I was just trying to get to that, and I'm trying to figure out where we left off on our comments. Of Brave, it doesn't allow extension from outside the Chrome Web Store. Yep. Dog gonna pee in their beer bottles. That's right, or in their pong cups. Great. Now we have cell phones yelling at you. Yep. Colorado, they have weasel pee cores. No need for wife anymore. Hey, Spot, bring me the beer. Think you're capable of offending me. Blonde app, breathe in, breathe out. That's right. DRMs have moved me away from Chrome and Firefox. Even Edge doesn't allow them either. One day I was driving down the car, waiting for the light, and a teenager was crossing the street looking at his phone. So my father honked him, and he jumped 20 inches off the ground. Nice. 60 degrees, quick, escape. Blow him out. There you go. Or suck him out with a vacuum. Although I do believe suction near a computer, I think, is a bad thing. I don't know. Let's see. Send in Uncle BS to get rid of him. There you go. Intel, the potato inside. Yep. Wasps or something. Yep. Gives old meaning to the buggy system then. Got a very buggy system. Okay. Technically, dog can take over an Amazon employee's job. There you go. Oh, boy. I'm afraid I can't pee in that, Dave. Oh, boy. Yeah, suction does create static. That's what I was thinking. Well, let's go ahead and feed the beast, and then looks like we'll get out of here a few minutes early. That sounds good to me. Woo. You know what time it is, don't you, buddy? You know what time it is, huh? You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yes, you do. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's time for kitty treats. Time for kitty treats. All right. Hal, you missed the target. Cats way greater than dogs. Absolutely. Pac-Man S. Kitty treats. That's right. Later. Have a good evening, everyone. All right. Yep. And if you have a look at tomorrow, I will be doing a premiere stream at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, looking at the new Zorin OS. Please advise me about which Linux OS will run on 2 GB RAM old laptop. I had my old laptop still with me. All right, never mind, dude. Boom. I was gonna give you some tips there, man, but you spam the same stuff. I ain't gonna answer you. Oop, I beat you to it. All right, guys. Hey, the bots are finding the channel. Does that mean we're about to get a big boost? There you go. All right, guys. Well, we will see you guys next time. He's back. He's bad. That's right. We will see you guys next time. And let's see. When will be? Now, of course, premiering tomorrow. Monday, I'll probably have a video. Tuesday, probably will not. Wednesday, maybe. And Thursday and Friday. Yeah, I can't wait to have this. Can't wait to get this big project done. So anyway, guys, we will talk to you later. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and have yourselves a good time.